Hi, I'm Emily Wu here at St. Mary's, and I've been asked to talk to you today about hope. Hope is the anchor to our life here on earth, and it is our response to God's loving and generous promise of eternal and indescribable happiness with Him in heaven. Hope of heaven is what anchors us throughout the storm of life. Think of what we've gone through as a community, as a parish, a nation, the whole world in the past 6 months. The virus, sickness, death, food shortages, lost jobs, riots, canceled important milestones like graduation, sacraments, parties, birthdays, weddings, funerals, holidays, and many more. Loneliness and the feeling of hopelessness and anxiety are understandable, but we are given the gift of grace and hope to fight this. We are an Alleluia people, a people anchored in the eternal happiness with Jesus who loves us beyond all comprehension. Hope of heaven is a grace, a virtue to get us to our goal. It's our why that anchors us, grounds us, centers us when we are tossed around on the seas. Even our own personal struggles, crosses, and interior storms, hope is our anchor, our why, giving us peace to go through the storm. In the Old Testament, Job says, "Life will be brighter than noonday, and darkness will become like morning. You will be secure because there is your hope. You will look about you and take rest in safety. You will lie down with no one to make you afraid, and many will count your favor." This is encouraging, especially when you think about what Job had gone through. He'd lost everything, and he thought God had abandoned him, but he continued to trust and hope and obedience. And that's what we're called to do during this struggle and all the struggles we face during life. We can always make the choice to hope, especially when things look to our human eyes that they are the darkness, the darkest they could ever be. Viktor Frankl says, "Man can endure almost anyhow if he only has a why." And he's saying this from his experience of the Auschwitz death camp. If anyone had a reason to feel hopeless and despair, it was him, but he clung to hope. He clung to that promise, that why to get through. The purpose of your life is to get to heaven, to live in the love promised to us by Jesus and offering those sufferings that could easily make you feel hopeless as a prayer for hope of heaven. St. Jude is the patron saint of hopeless causes. His witness to trusting God's providential care and promise of happiness in heaven is a great gift. He is always someone we can turn to for help when things are particularly dark. I know that I've turned to him and trusting in God's mercy through many storms of my life. Even when I felt like there was nothing that would get me through, I had to trust, even though I felt like it wasn't going to happen. But here I am. And we all go through that. That's part of the spiritual life. Remember to stay anchored in hope, trusting in God's promise. He will always give you what you need. Like St. John Paul II says, "I plead with you, never give up hope, never doubt, never tire, and never be discouraged. Be not afraid."